So, what's your story? I think many of us begin life, with all of these stories that are told to us by our parents, and some of us are more perceptive than others in the general awareness, and we pick up on lots of different cues about where we come from, where our parents were born, what culture, religion, the type of school, the type of hobbies and sports and activities and blah, 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 define who we are. And we begin to create a persona around all of these aspects of ourselves. We make friends who are similar to us in this way and that way, so that we feel like we have a sense of community and a path to follow. We go to the school, we graduate, we go to more school, or we look for a specific type of career, and then we follow that, and we get married and have the kids, and sometimes some of us get divorced, and sometimes we stay together even though we are not that happy, or we are super happy, whatever the case may be. But anyway, at some point, I think in around our 30s and our 40s, we hit something like what's many people call that midlife crisis, where you start to question, well, wait a second, something's clearly not right. Because on the outside, I'm doing all of the things that are supposed to be right. I have the job, I have the family, I have the vacations, I have all of the tools that I need to lead a healthy lifestyle. And yet, either I'm not putting them into practice, or I'm putting it all into practice, but I'm not happy. So a lot of times when I talk about true, or not true, but more well-rounded health, I am always talking about what we consume. So not just what we eat, but what we listen to, who we talk to, who's in our environment, the types of books that we're reading, the type of therapy that we're receiving, because all of that helps for us to feel better. But some people do all of the right things and they still don't feel good. And I was always wondering, well, why is that? And a lot of times it's a story that we tell ourselves about who we are, that regardless of what we do on the outside, the insides of us don't change, because we're so stuck into believing that our life story is a certain way. And therapy, at least when I try to work through that with my clients, is about that. It's about first recognizing, oh, I've been living my life as if it were a story and I'm the protagonist. And let me understand this protagonist a bit more about who she is, what her likes are. And then let's try to flip it. What if there's a different way of looking at it? What if there's a different path that this protagonist can take, as scary and as unknown as it can be? And if that's the case, if there's